Okay, if you're there, please let me know. It makes such a difference talking to human beings. Okay, I think you guys know that my approach to yoga is practical. I'm all about the most effective use of time, but it needs to be enjoyable. It needs to be fun. So we're on lockdown here in Brisbane, and I thought I'd just share with you my most sought after core sequences. I know they're useful because they work post-natally, and that's a time when we are completely flaccid, lacking in tone in the core. So if this is you, then please use the beginner sequence. I'm going to start with the intermediate version, and you'll need a large cushion for that. And then I'll give you the advanced version, and for that you'll need some towels or blankets. And then I'll show you the beginner version. And that's because you may find you can do the intermediate one, in which case roll with it. Okay, practical. I'm all for functional use of the body. It uses groups of muscles and it helps us to identify where our specific weaknesses are. I call these points challenge points. Okay, we're going to start hip width apart parallel. You can check that your knees point straight over your toes. Now, even a squat is a functional movement. The more you do functional movements, the more naturally aligned you become. So, functional movements. And you guys who have come into the space, you'll know these. We do them a lot. They're awesome. Just a lunge, or a squat rather, just doing that practice will help you to find where your pelvis sits between your neutral spine and your neutral legs. And the balancing is a core practice too. Okay, let's come deeper. Arms are just naturally countering the weight of your pelvis. We start to curl the tailbone under, and you'll feel all the work between your knees and your navel. These are your functional areas. So curl, curl, curl. You want to position your cushion in such a way that you're simulating your roll down. Ultimately, we want to do this without the cushion. Again, you should feel all this strong work. You can facilitate that by lifting your pelvic floor and keep rolling until your chin is close on your throat. I'll be honest, I haven't checked whether you can see me here, but hopefully you can see the majority of the movement. We continue the curl with the tailbone lifting up, and you can use your arms, of course, to help that. So the point is, it is a smooth, rolling movement, and that will help you to find the points that are most challenging. If you find one, just work it. It should be like scratching an itch to wake up those functional muscles. That's our intermediate core sequence. And sincerely, just nail that, and you will have developed your leg muscles and your core muscles in a really functional way. Okay, let's try it with a little bit less support. So eventually, and yes, it is possible, you want to do this movement without any support. So for most of us, the challenge is right at the base, and you'll feel like there's a point where you want to drop. That's the point where you can really get functional. So it's around about this kind of deep squat where you can feel the internal muscles. Probably a physio could tell us which muscles specifically. continuously, this will see that you're not getting tight. And that's your advanced option. And of course, ultimately, and I'd love you to post it if you can do it, because I'm still a little way off. If you can roll down without any support, please will you post it? I'd love to see it. I can feel it's possible. If these are not doable, we've got a beginner sequence. Same sort of start. I guess the only hindrance here would be the wrist, but if that's the case, use a fist. And we come forward to a plank. And again, I set this up with my camera horizontal, so I'm sorry about that. I've been off the screen. Smooth, controlled movements is key. And I'm just hovering the legs. So you're working a whole group of muscles in this single sequence. Probably worth mentioning that functional movements feel quite different in that if you're used to doing weights, you're probably used to feeling one muscle working at a time, whereas functional movements work groups of muscles. And my experience is that it's deeper. So you should feel the change, as I mentioned, between your knees and your navel, and especially feel it deep inside. And that should be a really satisfying experience. So enjoy waking it up. Once you've woken it up, just keep it firing. It really can be as simple as this. Thank you for joining me. I hope you're coping during lockdown. I hope you're taking care of your mental wellness. And remember that, well, a very simple way to take care of your mental wellness is through your body. Get out of the head, get on down, get grounded, get solid, get centered. And here's a really simple way to do it. Stay well, guys. Ciao for now.